Be mindful. You may never know who knows somebody, who kin to somebody, who saw what you posted. Because you're going to have to stand on business. Ross, big homie. First of all, you know it love. Second of all, I got to call a spade when it's a spade. You say you did it for free. Everybody do it for free, Ross.
Diddy and Ross, which they good buddies, okay? They gay. Who? Both.
DC Young Fly shook the crowd and set the internet on fire after he went off on Rick Ross live on stage, straight calling him a fraud in front of a packed house. What started as a hype comedy show quickly turned into a jaw-dropping showdown when DC swapped punchlines for straight-up shots at the Miami Legends rep. People in the crowd said he started by clowning Ross's big boss persona, roasting his flashy cars, chains, and mansion flex before dropping the line everyone's talking about. "You're not the boss you say you are, you're a fraud." The audience went wild, gasps, laughs, and pure chaos everywhere. Everyone realized this wasn't just a regular comedy bit. Within minutes, clips of the epic takedown were blowing up online, sparking non-stop debate and shares. The clip instantly blew up across Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram. Ross, reportedly at the venue, looked annoyed but stayed tight-lipped, while the crowd cheered DC Young Fly on like he'd just dropped a bomb. Some attendees said security started creeping closer to the stage as the tension in the room went through the roof. Online, fans are split. Some are shouting props to DC for calling Ross out, while others say he crossed the line and disrespected a hip-hop heavyweight. No matter what, DC Young Fly's savage attack has become the hottest flashpoint in a year packed with viral clashes between comedians and rappers, and this one could stick around. Amy and Ross, Rick Ross's infamous soap parties with Diddy, they're no longer just rumors. They're shaking the scene with what looks like real proof. DC dropped a blurred clip that at first seemed chill, but with NDAs, no phone rules, and all-white dress codes, it screams secret.
Dawn, you know what I'm saying? So it's just...
But then you
we could have those debates, we really could.
Teflon was off the chain.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
I like the way you followed
time.
up hustling with pushing it. Like, how did you know to come right back on their ass with them?
You got to.
Right.
Man, just don't take the foot off the gas at all.
Out of nowhere, Ross stood up and left.
Use the restroom one time and I'm gonna take this jacket off.
Let's do it.
Yeah, you can't.
Man, stay tuned.
You can't take your foot off for nothing.
Okay.
Oh, I'm talking about for life.
Foam acted like the perfect cover for what nobody was supposed to see, and now social feeds are exploding. Ross is caught right there beside Diddy on tape. 3 years ago, Ross was on the 85 South show with DC Young Fly, Carlos Miller, and Chico Bean, joking, laughing, and acting like nothing was off. Everything looked normal. Until suddenly, the vibe flipped and a whole new story started to unfold. Out of nowhere, Ross jumped up and dipped from the set like he was dodging something. Never came back. He later said it was a scheduling conflict. But DC Young Fly didn't buy it for a second, calling the excuse straight up fake in a recent interview. That public call-out lit a fire under the fans in the industry, sending shockwaves everywhere. Rumors are now swirling that Ross bailed because he didn't want to face the hard questions. The kind that don't get cut in editing, the kind that could spill what's really happening behind closed doors. Now everyone's speculating.
Yeah, I get it.
But I give a because
Try to make it bad.
with you as a person.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Before, okay, let's just say before all that happened, right?
Yeah.
Let's just say before all that happened. Bro, I'm listening to you, Ross.
Yeah.
I feel like you wanted to.
Hey!
Shut the up! I'm listening to you, Ross. I feel like you probably one of the best lyricists from the South that we got. You dig what I'm saying? Like, you poetic, bro. When I listen to your music, I think you put a lot of time and effort.
Was the blurred clip just the tip of the iceberg, or a warning shot about the wild secrets lurking in these all-white, foam-filled, super exclusive parties? Fans can't stop talking, and the tension is only growing. People started buzzing. What was Ross really running from? Even acting all shady, he claimed DC should feel lucky, showing up for just 3 minutes like it was no big deal. Then he dropped a video online that only made things murkier, trying to kill the conversation while somehow stirring even more questions. Ross started rambling, talking in circles, clearly scrambling to control the narrative. It became obvious. This wasn't just some petty online beef. This was personal, raw, and real. DC wasn't having it, stepping up to set the record straight and explain why things blew up in the first place. Witnesses said there were 200 people in the back, but Ross bounced, refusing to stick around. Now the big question, where did he go and why did he vanish so suddenly? Rumors are swirling, tying him to Diddy Beyond Music and fueling speculation. That way more is going on behind the scenes than anyone realized. DC didn't stop there. He turned the heat up by dropping a blurred clip from a foam-covered all-white private party at Ross's Promised Land estate. Sources say guests had NDAS, their phones taken, and were trapped in thick clouds of soap that blocked every angle from view. The timing couldn't have been crazier.
Moment you lead our show, you went and did a podcast, a white podcast. You sat your ass right there for almost 2 hours.
And didn't leave.
And you talked. And the white folk asked your ass, was you a correctional officer?
Yeah.
We would have never asked you no that, nigga, because we got respect for you.
Right.
And you sat right there and you answered that question so eloquently, eloquently.
Eloquently, right.
DC posted it right after Ross hyped another pool party for August 2nd and called out DC as if he'd show up. The message was loud and clear. Something huge was going down behind the scenes, and this clip was a straight-up warning to the whole industry. Ever since Diddy's freak-off allegations blew up, every celebrity pool party is now under the microscope. Fans are obsessed, theories are running wild, and nobody's taking anything at face value anymore. Every invite, every dress code, every phone machine is being dissected like it's evidence in a trial. Nothing's staying quiet. Old receipts are resurfacing, and even Ross's music is under the microscope. Back in 2013, Ross rapped, "Put Molly all in her champagne, she ain't even know it," a line that already cost him big brand deals. At the time, the backlash faded, but now that lyric is looking like a breadcrumb leading straight into a much darker story. Even 50 Cent threw shade, hinting that his upcoming Diddy documentary could expose hidden bottles, secret parties, and women claiming they couldn't remember entire nights. Back then, people brushed it off, but with new lawsuits and leaks piling up, a chilling pattern is emerging. The phone party footage DC Young Fly dropped exploded online.
Bro, listen, man. I came to your podcast. I came for free, homie, no charge. I did it on Face, homie. I didn't ask you what your analytics was and this and that. I came on Face, homie, to show love. And don't make it like I walked off on you. I left early. Rose had some other things to do too. But guess what? I came for free.
Ross started saying things that made no sense.
And next time I come for free, at least have me some lemon pepper wing stop at that. You heard me? But I came for free. I ain't charge you. You feel me? Don't talk about Rose other business. I came and did that for free. And what is the analytics? How the show doing anyway, man? I'll come back on it, and when I'm gonna walk off that the next time, and this bitch say, Rose, what's I doing? Of course.
Fans slowed it frame by frame like detectives at a crime scene, hunting for every little clue, and they found some strange details, especially one guest who wasn't on the invite list. They didn't arrive with Ross, didn't leave with Diddy, but rocked a thick metallic bracelet with a rare emblem. Fans immediately compared it to paparazzi shots of someone rumored to be deep in Diddy's inner circle, fueling even more speculation about what really went down at those wild, all-white, foam-soaked parties. No names or faces were confirmed, but the implications were straight-up explosive. Then the story took a darker turn. Back in 2018, Jonathan Oti opened fire at Trump National Doral, and during police questioning, he ranted about being kept as a slave by Diddy, claiming that both Diddy and Ross were involved in secret rituals. At the time, most people laughed it off, calling him a conspiracy nut. But now, with Cassie's lawsuit and the leaked party footage circulating, fans are replaying OT's words with a totally different vibe, listening carefully, feeling the creep of unease in every line. Jonathan even spoke about what he called satanic rituals. And though nothing's been verified, the timing of his claims hits differently now. Surrounded by lawsuits, leaks, and all this hidden footage, those old statements are resurfacing like a warning shot, making people question what really went down behind the scenes at these wild, secretive parties. Audi went all in, accusing major players of what he called satanic rituals, naming Bohemian Grove and the Bull as the dark arm of the Illuminati. He claimed these networks trapped him under a binding contract, infected him with an STD, and used top lawyers like Kenny and Ben Ellis to bury everything from the public eye.
Ross, big homie. First of all, you know it love. Second of all, I got to call a spade when it's a spade. You say you did it for free. Everybody do it for free, Ross. You ain't the only nigga who did it for free. T.I. do it for free. Busta Rhymes did it for free. Snoop Dogg did it for free. Everybody who sat on that couch do it.
Jonathan even said Ross had a secret agenda running quietly in the background the whole time. As wild as it sounds, one moment stood out. During a BET Lifetime Achievement Award speech, Ross publicly thanked Kenny Zeiss by name live on TV. "I thank my brother Hall Pierre Kenny Missiles," he said to millions watching. That shout out suddenly made Jonathan's ramblings feel less random, eerily connected. Every major claim he made, rituals, NDAS, tapes, Cassie, secret parties, is now being echoed or confirmed by unrelated sources. Those foam-filled, all-white, no-phone parties, they're looking less like harmless fun and more like some kind of initiation ritual. The story got weirder with old footage of Diddy and Ross laughing covered in suds, washing cars side by side like a surreal comedy sketch. In one clip, Ross casually says, "You know that tip's gonna be good." A line now read as a cryptic inside joke after all these revelations. When DC dropped the blurred foam party clip, it was like a grenade thrown at the whole operation. Things got messier when DC went live, barely holding back tears, revealing he'd discovered a close homie secretly hating all along, a betrayal that added another layer of danger to the explosive saga. Then came the personal messages. "Just tell us when you pull up, don't act like you're doing us a favor, and then dip." Your team? We called your team. They said they don't know where you're at.
That wasn't the biggest moment. Now, that's one of the viral moments, but Boosie episode 8 million. Got Country Wayne, shit like 6, 7 million. Like, we do numbers, we do analytics. Our analytics, we was the biggest before you came, and we was the biggest afterwards. So you always got room to come back to be on the biggest podcast in the world, correct? You dig what I'm saying? But when you call a spade,
DC's tone wasn't aimed at random trolls. It felt like a real-life warning. He made it clear. Some actions don't just play online. They get checked in reality. Loyalty, respect, and honesty still matter, and crossing the line comes with consequences that can't be ignored. The energy in the air was electric, like a secret warning shot fired across the industry. DC refused to name names. He knew the internet would do it for him, but he's no random clout chaser. This is someone who's been inside the machine. Footage even shows him at Combs Enterprises with the 85 South crew pitching to revolt. Word is, Diddy allegedly called DC personally to book a comedy show, cementing his link to the inner circle and fueling wild speculation about what he's actually seen behind the curtain. Here's where it gets chilling. It's not just that Diddy throws epic parties, he allegedly documents them. Every room, hallway, car, phone, and bowl all supposedly recorded, not just replayed later. That rumor gave DC's blurred foam clip a whole new weight. It felt like a coded message to insiders, a bold statement that their free pass was officially over. Those foam jokes don't land anymore. With NDAS, no phone rules, and side-angle leaks, everyone realized the foam was covered, hiding what really went down. That realization didn't just light up social feeds, it set off alarm bells in the industry. Suddenly, the story moved into a far more dangerous phase. Then the legal emails started hitting inboxes, perfectly typed, polished, coming from people who don't usually write like that. The tension wasn't just online anymore. It was real, and everyone involved knew it. The feeling is spreading that what's already leaked is just the tip of the iceberg, and the next reveal could be catastrophic for anyone tied to this story. Even a few seconds of DC's clip are getting demonetized, flagged, and age restricted. Captions with the word alleged are getting hit too, all designed to scare platforms into pulling posts and push creators to self-censor. But DC isn't just another page lost in the algorithm. His fans ride with him everywhere, and he can take the hits without folding under pressure. While the blurred foam clip keeps going viral, Ross is online acting like nothing happened, posting like the storm doesn't exist. But insiders are whispering that a longer cut of the footage exists somewhere private. If that ever drops, it won't just show foam, It'll show exactly who stood where, who moved how, and which faces were present when everyone thought the cameras weren't rolling. That potential release hangs over the whole conversation like a dark thundercloud, hinting that an even bigger bombshell could hit at any moment. These fragments are already rewriting public perception, but a full video would blow the story wide open, leaving zero room for spin or silence. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and drop your thoughts in the comments below. This saga is only getting hotter, and the next chapter promises even more explosive revelations. Stay tuned, because the truth behind these events could shake everything you thought you knew.